down. Come on. Jake cannot dance. You know? Make a lane for him to get out. Make a lane.
No, we're not going to leave at 9. Steph, STEPHFINN. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I did that yesterday. I had to do grocery shopping and like drop off my mom's groceries and then every day as much as I can.
Fuck your curfew! 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 Fuck your curfew!
Alright, we're back. Got my goggles on. We're about 5 minutes to curfew now. The crowd seems to be worried that as soon as 9 o'clock hits, they're going to start plowing through us. Rotating the screen, sorry about that. Thank you again for tuning in. 11th and Pine. The police barricade, doing our best. Keep everything calm, keep everyone. Not give them any reason to come at us. And if they still do, then, so 5 minutes to curfew. Not gonna lie, y'all. A little worried, scared. Do your best. Shows me. Try not to drop my phone. Shit pops off. Just try and keep the umbrellas back a little bit, guys. Thank you. I know we're just changing hands. Just don't want to give them a reason, bro. a little frazzled right now. Sure.
George Floyd! 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 Anybody?
Jumping guys, be going again. Yeah, I don't know what jumping guy is. We're ticking down the seconds till 9 o'clock. So. Come on, a couple places. See over that field over there. You can't see it from this angle, but this is where a lot of people actually last much. A couple MSN they got hit firecrackers from the police. Which interesting choice, firecracker, if they're trying to keep people from throwing them at them. Like that just doesn't seem like a very police grade weapon to me.
I don't see no riot here.
From what I can see.
I don't see no riot here.
Thank you guys
I
again
don't
for
see
tuning
no
in.
riot here.
Keep sharing.
I don't
Keep
see no
posting.
riot here.
To let the world know that we were here for peace and justice today. Not for rioting, not for looting, like the news has been showing, local news has been showing. T-minus 2 minutes to curfew. We'll see what happens. You think they're gonna come right at us?
To those of you who are wondering why not just follow the curfew, they're putting the curfew in place as a means to try and break up the protest because it allows the cops to do any means necessary of breaking up and putting people, or enacting the curfew. Give me 1 sec, I have to make sure that they can hear us. Also, civil disobedience is something that is allowed. We are able to peacefully protest while continuing to not listen to a curfew. We've been seeing this the last like 4 days. On Saturday's protest, it was a lot worse because they put in a curfew that was.
Can you ask the other chat if they're seeing anything on the feeds?
Do you guys see anything from
Get close to
either?
the curfew, things are gonna start popping off in other parts for sure.
You guys heard? Do you guys see anything from the other point of view? Do you guys see any other than the other point of view that was on Facebook? Do you guys see anything else that is going on around here? Do you guys see or hear anything else?
Or for George Floyd or any of the reasons that we are here, we're probably gonna get cracked down.
Stay back. Keep your umbrellas to yourself, but stay back.
Umbrellas back.
But stay back.
Up and back.
But stay back.
Keep up.
Why do people keep coming into chat to talk about gangs? I keep realizing this. Like, I keep seeing it. I don't know what gangs and protests have anything to do with each other. The brutality I'm seeing from the police is making me sick. It's making me sick too. As I was saying, on Saturday's protest, they initiated curfew for 5 o'clock, and they put that out at 5:10. It was 5:10 when the people who were on the streets protesting saw that there was a curfew, and at that point the cops started aggressively coming after us.
Again, peacefully protesting this entire time, not 100%
If the police are worried, they can leave the peaceful protesters alone and go deal with these gangs. Exactly. One of the NG is walking around the second line giving an order. Trying to use spreadsheet. Information from that guy too, so thank you guys so much for helping out here as much as you guys can. Everything and anything that you guys do is greatly appreciated. Even the people coming in with their opposing views and opinions, keep that up. I want this conversation to happen. It is time for this country to have a conversation about what is going on with the country. It's why I'm not getting rid of any comments. I want to see people talk. As long as you guys are keeping the chat peaceful and you guys are not intentionally going after each other or antagonizing each other. You can say your points of view, but say them peacefully.
Please keep back. Protesters yelling, pushing.
Don't touch him, just keep him back. You can say whatever you want to. You're not moving. Let him say whatever you want to, but keep him back. Fuck that. Don't tell him what to do. Don't tell him what to do. Just keep him back.
Trying to de-escalate things.
When it comes to it, you're free for you to run to the ones
well
that
after
hate us,
curfew.
mistreat
Minutes
us,
in.
and make us. What do it come to? And you're fucking
So yelling.
talking. They don't like you.
Lots of but I'm worried that
They don't like you.
If any message doesn't go through, that is my apologies. The YouTube, how they have it set up is they'll hide messages in the chat before they go through if they've got, you know, profanity or just anything that YouTube doesn't like. I'm trying to hit as many of the unhides as humanly possible, but I am gonna miss a few, and I do apologize for that.
the goggles are all fogged up.
Your 6-year-old protests safely from home. Our family stands with the cause. Thank you. That is so good to hear.
As we get later into the night,
There were people that
things are gonna pop off.
there were people who were there yesterday with wheelchairs who were protesting. It was beautiful.
Accountable as we can. When they go low, hold them accountable. Street lights just came on.
I just want to say to the comments who are keeping me updated on all their points of views, thank you so much. I'm sending so much to my friend on the street, and you guys are helping me get information to them and information out there.
I barely read my goggles.
Give me 1 sec. No audio. All right, we got it back up. We got it back up.
Guys, keep the umbrellas back behind the barricade, please. Trying for us to help. All right, I'm getting. All right, how's it now, partner? Trying to keep it.
I would assume so. I'm not one of the organizers of the protests, and neither is my friend. We just show up to these things. There are 200k people watching your stream now. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys so much for helping get this this word out. Give me 1 sec. I gotta make sure that they can hear me.
Someone found a pair of cymbals. Not a drum. All right, we are back. We're good. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, hey Lever, we're not doing that.
Oh,
We're not doing slander, buddy. Multi-stream has 3 Seattle streams, 2 DC, Sacramento, and Denver. Thank you. And you guys said that a few of the other ones. So there's no stream that's happening of the second group, because there is another group on I believe 4th. I didn't see what the other the corner is. I can look at it now. Where is there 20k? There's someone who is also streaming my stream on Twitch. They have a multiple point of view perspective out. Like this is all just a means to get the information out there.
I'm probably gonna forget to thank everyone for being on and streaming. So if you don't hear from me about that, just know I do appreciate all of you.
Police chatters about making a move soon. Prep boys. Thank you so much, Benjamin. Hold on.
Keeping everybody held accountable here. But it's getting real stressful.
Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
All right. Police shatters us again. Ready?
Thank you guys, because I don't know if you guys hear on their end of the stream, but anytime you guys give me information, they are
Durkin and the Black Lives Matter representatives here in Seattle that she met with, it was a meeting that they deemed a first step. And so, like I said, I'm not with the protesters. I'm not with Black Lives Matter. I'm not with the city. I'm not with the police. I'm with Converge Media. All of that being said, and maybe this is something for other people that are on the stream, if you have an opportunity to meet with the mayor of the 10th biggest city in America, you need to have all your bullet points in place, all your metrics in place, and you need to try to move out of there with some agreement on something. Because now, a meeting with a public official, and for people to come back here now, and out of that meeting was a reinforcement that as long as the protest leaders kept everybody peaceful, they'd have another meeting with the mayor to present their demands. And I'm hoping this isn't true. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping this isn't true. Because, like I said, you can't. This was their negotiation tactic, was to protest in the streets until the city made some changes. And so, you know, like I said, the protesters are doing their part. Now, apparently, these are the leaders that are representing the protesters, but my understanding is they met with the mayor today and didn't present anything as far as any metrics. It was just another step. So I don't know. I mean, I want to, the leaders that we talked to earlier on the walk up here, they kind of said the same thing in an indirect way. But, you know, I mean, again, I would propose any other cities that might be out here watching this stream, if you have an opportunity to meet with the chief executive of your city, then, man, you need to have everything ready to say what exactly are your demands. And then America can make an executive decision. Okay, this is cool, that's crap, maybe on this and that. But then, you know, your demands have been heard. So we'll see what happens here in Seattle. They're saying, you know, opens the door to another meeting. I'm interviewing. We're working on tomorrow morning, having an interview with some of the protest leaders, so we can hear it directly from them. But, you know, so now that's also kind of fractured, maybe fractured isn't the best word, but there's also created some separation between some of the groups here that are also been organizing because, you know, they might not have necessarily been invited to the table to meet with the mayor. I mean, man, you gotta have a big table to meet with everybody, but they might not have been invited, or a lot of their, you know, what was important to them might not have been presented. So now, you know, you do have a kind of an element out here of people who, at the moment, are a bit, they're not happy, I'm sure, like, and, you know, protest leaders all have their own code. I'm sure they'll sit down and mash it out. But, you know, that was, like I said, just a real interesting development here, because as a member of the media, you know, the first thing I wanted to see was like, oh, okay, well, you guys met with the chief executive of the city. Man, send me a copy of what you demanded. And like I said, nothing was demanded. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And like I said, I hope I'm wrong. And I hope they were just too busy to send something over. You know what I'm saying? But let's see what happens.
For the record, when they say curfew, that curfew is not mandatory.
Yeah, I'm sure you are, Treyana. I'm sure you got a whole manifesto of your demands written out.
They're going to start saying,
you know, oh man, no, it's a shift change, or they got on gas masks. This is a telltale sign whether they have enough gas. No. They don't have no masks on. They don't have any masks on. They don't have any masks on. No, they don't have. I mean, we hear people behind me saying it's about to go down. But again, one thing that we have seen here is that we know it's going to get funky when they put the gas mask on. So although it's a shift change here, and some of the people got worried, and you see the umbrellas are up. So now I want you guys to see here how posture on both sides creates a reaction, right? I want you guys to see this. The protesters, but because of the way that the officers approach and everything else, and with their face shields down, from a distance it can look like they might have a mask or whatever. Everybody put up the umbrella because, you know what I'm saying, it was the posture, right? And so when police say that the posture of a person or protester, that's understandable. But also, this is a good example of how the general public, their behavior is impacted here by the posture of the police. So you see, if posture is something can actually go both ways. All these umbrellas are up here because they're like, oh man, these guys are coming to spray us. Thankfully, it's just a shift change. They identified themselves as Black Lives Matter, were the leaders that met with Mayor Durkin tonight. So you might want to reach out to Black Lives Matters here, especially if if you feel you have a vested interest in the demands. I mean, like, look, man. There's no better time to put your demands on the table than when your city is hit by protests 5-6 days in a row. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm hoping that their demands were made clear. Thank you. They're putting an umbrella over me. They're trying to help me out, right?
On the wrong side.
Can you watch the umbrella?
Never die.
You feel me? It never will die.
What I'm saying, man, is that it's a lot of people who are just pissed and we're staying there. It's poor people.
Hey, back up.
It's self-policing. Hey, bro.
Hold down! Hold down!
They want an excuse to hurt us. They want
So the BLM sign.
Yes.
Why are you smiling, Mr. Patterson?
Where's he at? Who's smiling?
Mr. Patterson is smiling the whole time. Mr. Chick right here.
Hey, man, you could just have a positive disposition. Like, hey, man, protests happen. They smile.
What's the update on the scanner?
Man. First of all, I didn't say peace, but I like exactly, these are the questions I'm asking. Bro, let me ask you this. I'm buying you to 3,000 people. What is it today, though? What particularly is it today?
It ain't today, it's every day.
So what is it every day then?
Every day.
What is it every day, though?
Every day. I gotta work
What's
on
the
being
update on the scanner is over.
Okay. All right. Julie, my good colleague right here, is out here for another reason. But everybody's man. This is what I'm saying.
This is what they want.
That's the way they started it.
They started it because one motherfucker was standing on his whatever how long that was standing there. So, see it from both sides, although he shouldn't have done that. His job is to de-escalate, not escalate. So that is the problem, and that's why we're here protesting. Yes.
I'm standing here in my hometown, my motherfucking Ford, which is my country.
They're learning de-escalation as we do these marches.
All right, chime in on that
We're not the
one.
ones that do not want to learn de-escalation and can get the fuck out.
I've seen a few of them do it, I'm trying to tell you. And they stick
As you can
together.
see, I've been telling people here that,
If you see
you know,
someone yelling,
everybody, they come
George
to
Floyd,
protest,
you're going to drum
and
them.
it's a lot of different things.
They're social creatures.
It's a lot of different things.
So, of course, they're going to be socially
It's a lot of different things. Sometimes we hear people triggered. We see people triggered by different things. We see people who've never had an issue with the police to come here. We see people who faced issues of police brutality here. We see people who are pissed off over COVID. You know what I'm saying? They still waiting to get their unemployment check, or they got beat on the unemployment fraud. Governor Inslee, if you're watching, man, please look out for that.
13 Amendment. Slavery is still legal. That's what I'm saying.
40
It's
million
also
people in America
subconsciously
that
embedded in their
that
brains.
are
Even though some of them
unemployed.
might start off, hey, I want to protect people. The longer you stay in that position, the more that system that they're being taught how to train to de-escalate tactics, which they're not being taught to de-escalate tactics. They're taught to how to escalate, which is why they're here in riot gear, not in de-escalation gear, which is what we're showing. Like, they should not be here in riot gear. This is not something where you should be escalating anything.
And my point exactly too, like you said, you know, most of them may be trying to de-escalate. But when that one does escalate, the rest of them stick with him like social
Unfortunately.
creatures. So that's the entire problem that we're going through.
And the people that can change those laws are unfortunately not out here with them, which is also a problem. Like the mayor, Congress,
She's
House,
part of the
Senate.
problem. That's part of the problem. You know, she said that there would not be a curfew tonight as long as there was a peaceful protest. But now she's instated not being a curfew.
Well, yeah, her
Although
ass
it
should
is
be out here in the
optional,
sun.
it still infringes on our constitutional rights.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So,
you have the right to protest as long as you motherfucking want till tomorrow, till 2 weeks if you want to stay there.
that's what I'm
It's
trying
some
to
shit.
do.
You feel me?
I'm
And
going to
hopefully
do
one of
this
these
shit for the
days
next year
it becomes
straight.
over. If not, then I believe higher prowess should be called upon. Like they do in other nations when the government cannot solve shit.
Community judgment. Community judgment.
Exactly.
We get to judge them.
Okay, so you got
We
two
get to say when
ideologies
they're
here.
wrong.
He's saying Malcolm X,
And I'm
be
sure
violent
not
with
all
violence.
of them are-
And then you got somebody else right here who's like, you know, peaceful and stay peaceful.
There's too many of those
Else.
million
But both people are still here.
I just feel like as a whole,
Yeah.
they are though, and as a whole, they are anti-community also. You understand? Because me personally, I ain't learned no good lesson from a cop a day in my life. I never felt safe like that, ever. You know what I'm saying?
What'd you say?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, you want to get a picture? You're welcome. I understand where you're coming from.
And I fuck with sister.
Get him, boy! Get him!
He can't breathe.
Get him, boy! Get him! Hey,
Jenny Duncan.
Hill, come back, Hill! That's all y'all fucking do. That's all y'all do.
Hey, my live stream wants to know how they can follow you and see, like, speak your mind. Are you comfortable with that?
Oh, yeah, sure. I didn't know you were alive.
Oh, wow.
Oh, thank you.
It's off to
Oh, thank you
Twitter.
guys. That was beautiful. Oh, it's on Mrs. Deadpool too.
George Floyd!
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter, Seattle. Oh, wow, this is interesting. Hold
I
on.
understand, trust me.
We got it. It says here, it's on. I'm gonna retweet this from my Twitter right now so you guys can see this. Oh, let Let me put
I
my
kept
info
saying how
up
we
here.
gotta get rid of Jenny Durkin, and then they're talking about
Man,
Nikita
if you
is
guys
not
are out
mayor.
there, please
Okay.
follow me. Both of you.
See,
This is the
that's what we
address
got.
for both
People
Twitter
proud
and
of you, man.
Instagram. It's my personal Twitter and Instagram, and also Converge Twitter and Instagram.
Because Durkin was, you know what I'm
But
saying, part
man,
of the system.
it says
Nikita
right
was not
here,
part of the system. That's why she lost.
Black Lives
Because I gotta be
Matter.
honest with you, I
King
left
County
here,
is not organizing any other protests taking place or any in-person events at this time. Wow, none of our board members were involved with the meeting today with Mayor Durkin or Chief Best. We do not know the people who spoke with the mayor and Chief Best. Hey guys, so we didn't blow this up earlier when we saw it, but there was a woman with a megaphone who said that the people who met with Mayor Durkin actually work for the city. And one of them said for Governor Inslee's office. Now, I'm not backing that up or whatever, but they said that the group that met with Mayor Durkin wasn't the real Black Lives Matter. But, you know, and man, this is so crazy. I got it all on tape. I ain't gonna go too deep on it here. You guys are gonna have to tune into the morning show at 11 a.m. You know what I'm saying? The morning update show with me and Trey Holiday. But I will say this. This is breaking news and groundbreaking news. If Black Lives Matter King County is now saying they're disavowing anybody who says that they're Black Lives Matter organizers. They're saying that it wasn't their people who met with the mayor. And they said they don't know who met with the mayor and the chief. None of Black Lives Matter King County's board members were involved in the meeting today with Mayor Durkin or Chief Best. And Black Lives Matter King County is not organizing any of the protests taking place. My friends, this is very, you know, it's interesting. Thank you to everybody who follows me on Twitter on this feed, because this was a question that I posed to you guys, the audience. I'm like, man, how are these guys gonna meet with the mayor of the 10th biggest city in America, and they don't have a manifesto, they don't have an agenda, nobody that I talk to knows these guys, nobody that's, you know what I'm saying, man, I'm deep in the community. I'm from, you know, I'm Central District, 29th and Jackson, you know what I'm saying? My mama and them still up in the CD. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm connected to blackness in this city. And so that's why I was so surprised that there would be a meeting with the mayor and the chief of police with people who claim to understand the overall overarching issues going on here. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't really want to like say nothing like that, you know, just leave it out there. This is very interesting. So it's going to be interesting to see who the mayor met with. Now, you know, like I said, the other protests, beginning of the stream, and oh man, not this stream, because it broke. But when we first got up to Broadway, there was somebody who was in there and they were saying like, nah, man, them people COINTELPRO. They working for Mayor Durkin, they work for Governor Inslee, and their whole job is to, you know, be out here out in front and everything else. I'll tell you this too, though, and I'm not blaming it on them. Let me leave this alone, man. Anyways, let me see if I can retweet this from the Converge. Give me 1 second. Wow, this is very interesting. Let me see here. Wow, man. Yeah, somebody else on Twitter says that they are not associated with the people. Man, so let me get this straight then. We gonna have to figure this out. I got a lot of questions for the mayor now, and I'm ready to follow this up tonight, man. Because you know what?
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Hold on.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Wow.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Wow.
Black Lives Matter!
Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just. Okay, so I just retweeted King County, Black Lives Matter, King County. I just retweeted and King County and Black Lives Matter King County's Twitter out to everybody on my Twitter and the WW. And by the way, the WW means Where We Converge. That's also the name of our website, is whereweconverge.com. And so on the social media, it's at WW Converge. Wow. So man, I got a question here. We're gonna put this out here, man. Hold on one second, because you know what? If this is what's going on here. Huh, Cam, huh? So look, guy, I want everybody to stay with us. I'm handing the camera to Cam. We need to figure this out with Black Lives Matter and the mayor. Gotta hold it even for him, though, youngster. So you can give him some pan action and everything else. I'll be back in a few minutes. If you hear Cam talking, he's a good guy. You can go let people know what you think, Cam. You don't have to stay quiet. All right.
Water. Does anybody need water? Y'all need water? Anyone need water?
What's up, everybody? This is Cam. For those of you just tuning in, if you can see, they got the umbrellas out. The purpose of the umbrellas are, of course, to shield the crowd from tear gas, the rubber bullets, tear gas, whatever they want to throw at us. I'm not sure how big the crowd has grown, but I'm hearing that the crowd now stretches all the way down to Pike Street to the right, and then all the way down Cal Anderson Park. You all probably have a better idea of me, or you all probably have a better idea than me of how big this has gotten, from the TV footage. But yeah, me and Big O have been out here for about probably going on 2, maybe 3 hours, and yeah, it's been good so far. It's been peaceful. But yeah, we're still waiting. Apparently, the mayor said that she was planning to come here to speak to the crowd here, and she's.
Everyone remains non-violent, still peaceful. My husband would like me to announce that we are also non-violent. Please don't shoot my phone down.
Blue Street!
Our street!
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 Still holding it down.
Our street!
There's a few of them. Okay.
Our street!
You defend property!
We defend people!
You defend property!
We defend people!
You defend property!
We defend people! You defend property! We defend people!
You defend property! We defend people! You defend property! We defend people! You defend property! We defend people! You defend property!
We defend people! You defend property! We defend people! You defend property! We defend people!
You defend property! You defend people! You defend property! Say his name, George Floyd! 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 Say his name,
George Floyd!
say his name,
George Floyd!
say his name,
George Floyd!
say his name,
George Floyd!
say his name,
George Floyd!
say his name,
George Floyd!
say his name, say his name,
George Floyd!
say
appreciate that, Jose. Thank you. You know, we're gonna be, you know, safety first as always. You know, we'll be sure to keep an eye out. Thank you for the concern.
Exactly what they did. Putting their riot masks on and power numbers because they're coming up against us. Same shit they did last time when they tear gassed all of us.
I thought that was a cop.
Really? He's just short as fuck. Had to call him the National Guard because us peaceful protesters, you know, too loud and power numbers, so they called the big brother in. Pathetic. He's a short nigga. Police! No racist police! Police! No justice, no peace! No justice, police! No justice, police! No racist police! No justice, no peace! No racist police! No justice, no peace! No racist police! They're all scared, and if any of y'all watched my Instagram story last night of them throwing tear gas and flashbangs, if y'all think that's not about to happen, look at all these National Guard motherfuckers coming down the street right now. Look at that. Hands up! Yeah, they're bringing the back up. They're bringing the back up. With the look there about to riot.
So the National Guard reinforcements are approaching. I believe they're just about to change out the guard. That's what they've been doing. We'll see.
Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot!
Yep, see here. So
Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up!
yeah, so all that the National Guard is doing right now is just changing out their guard. You know.
Either they're falling back or they're regrouping.
When is your violence gonna stop?
Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. The voice of the people are not being lost. The power of people coming together and it opens your eyes so much. You can't get down here and protest because this is what it's about.
We don't see no riot here!
Get down here. Hey, this is what it's about. Have your voice be heard. Have your voice be heard. Get down here. Take off your riot gear.
Who was your brother?
Philip. His name is Philip.
Yeah.
And he needs to be remembered.
That's why you're here? You want to let the police know? You said the police killed your brother?
They killed my brother. They killed my brother and shot him 4 times. I mean, 7 times. Y'all are racist. And y'all need to change your ways. And I'm not going to stop fighting until y'all know and hear me.
There it is.
We don't bring violence to this protest.
Look,
Thank you. We'll make sure this thing.
Last night, the ground used the gas for violence when nobody else was violence.
my bad, y'all. Thought that my screen would spin.
So, you know, people of color have been protesting long enough. It's about time us British people come out here and join everyone. And we're gonna be out here for a while, so everyone else, please join.
Fuck.
Yeah, flashbang.
Yeah. There's something back there somewhere. What? I don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah. I've been here. Yeah, Doc, I've been here since for like 3 hours now.
All right, it's about that time. Hey, so look, everybody, before it gets funky out here, man, this is real disappointing news. But man, you know, and I'm just gonna put the facts out there. But it appears that Mayor Durkin and Chief Bass and also Fire Chief Scoggins, man, they met with some people who said they was Black Lives Matter, and they're not Black Lives Matter. And man, we need answers. You know what I'm saying? Black Lives Matter of King County, they've now also made a release and where they're like, look, man, we haven't done no protest. They're focused on other things, you know what I'm saying? Right now, they said they don't know who these people are that met with the mayor and the chief. And in that case, we don't know what was put on the table to discuss. You remember the whole day, ma'am? I've been sitting there asking these young people. I was like, well, you met with the mayor of the 10th biggest city in America? What did you guys ask her? What did you guys demand? Yeah, and it's like, I'm like, you guys go and meet with a mayor of a city and you didn't come with a manifesto? You guys didn't come with an action plan? You guys didn't invite 5 other organizations that are known for X, Y, and Z? Here's a black organization for education. We want them in the meeting. Here's the black organization for youth. We want them in the meeting. That's the way it's supposed to go down. Anybody across America, if you guys out there protesting and you haven't met with your city or county executive or your governor, man, that's a telltale sign. And you see this been bothering me for the last few hours. And every time I talk to him, I'm like, you guys met with the mayor of the 10th biggest city in America, and all you got was a promise to meet again? Well, it looks like, my friends, yeah, just give me 1 second. Looks like, my friends, that Black Lives Matter, King County, has said that whoever Mayor Durkin met with today, that's not their people. Hey, look, man, we got a tweet I just put up over there on the WW Converge. There's a tweet up there. I want you guys to retweet that, man, or the hashtag, or you can hit Mayor Durkin, and the hashtag is that we want answers, because it's like the mayor just came out there in front of the media and everybody else saying that she was meeting with these organizers, these people who have been saying that they're with the BLM movement and everything else. And man, you guys know I'm not with BLM. I don't subscribe to none of that. I'm not with the protesters. I'm not with the police, the city. You know what I'm saying? We're Converge. I want you guys, you can go. 1 second here, I'm just going back to my Twitter, and it's like, man, I think that we deserve some answers. To be honest with you, 1 second. I think that we deserve to know. There it is. So if you go either, hold on, I'm gonna put these up here in the comments, man. Hopefully by now you guys are already following me, but what I'm putting up here is my Instagram on my Twitter, but I'm asking you to go to my personal Twitter, and I'm asking you to go to our Where We Converge Twitter and retweet that tweet, or either use the hashtag We Want Answers. Because it's like, man, this is literally people's lives out here. These are people saying that they're leading protests and everything, and people are out here, man, and these protests getting jammed up and everything else. You know what I'm saying? That's not something to take lightly. And as somebody who's been out here for the last 4 nights, this is now the 5th night, who's literally been in the shit. Sorry, Mom. You know what I'm saying? That it's like, man, You know, who is the mayor, the city's chief executive, and the chief of police meeting with that are saying that they're organizers and protest leaders who we don't see any of them here, but it's fine because there's other protests that are going on. But man, we need a statement. We need some accountability, everything, man. Let me put this back in here, man. Please, if you have the Twitter machine, you know what I'm saying? Please go there to my Twitter, or go to the Converge Twitter, and man, retweet that, man. You know what I'm saying? We need answers, because it's like, man, people out here got gas yesterday and all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people. I ain't gonna go too deep in it right now. It's a lot of people I ain't see on the front line here yesterday when it popped off, who be on the front line when it's peaceful, and they wasn't here on the front line. I'm gonna leave it at that, because man, there might be some kind of answer, and I hope that there is. I hope that there is. But man, I'm asking people, we want answers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm asking you, you know what I'm saying? I'm asking you to please go to my Twitter. I'm putting all this stuff back up here right now. Man, that's horrible. I mean, that's just so bamboozling, man. I'm so glad. You see, you guys, there's a platform. And I'm so glad. Sometimes maybe I talk too long, but I'm glad that we stay on this stream long enough to talk about things. And we talked about that, and it's like, man, this just, something don't seem right. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Yeah. I'll help you carry on. Peace and one love. You know what I'm saying? Peace to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not with any of y'all, but I'm wishing peace for all of y'all. One second, man. This is some funny business. We want answers, man. You know what I'm saying? Who are these people you're meeting with? Because this live's on the line out here. Eric, hold on, let me see. Man, that's my Twitter, my personal Twitter, and the Converge Twitter. Eric got hit with a rubber bullet yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Out here trying to take pictures. Who are these people you guys are meeting with? You know what I'm saying? Who are the people you're meeting with? Man, we want answers. What I'm asking you to do, go to my personal Twitter, go to the Converge Twitter. You can retweet that tweet, or man, you can tweet the mayor and Chief Best directly. Use the hashtag We Want Answers, man. Who are these people? You know what I'm saying? I want to know, man. It's crazy.
As I said, I'm going to stay right. I'm going to restart the live now. Does anybody want another umbrella?
No. We hoping we ain't going to have to use them umbrellas tonight, family. I'm appreciating it, though. And thank you for the offer of the umbrella. By the way, it's a very giving crowd out here. I don't know if you guys watching, ever been to a protest? A lot of protests, or at least these ones, are kind of like going to like one of them summer concerts or something. Like, man, you need water? Do you need a blanket? You guys got batteries? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot, right? It's like festival. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a real festival environment. Bobby Stills is still here.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
That's my MVP, my man B. Stills. Every day, B. Stills be finding me. Let me give you some love, man. Every day, Bobby finds me, man. Cause like, yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? You know what's crazy? I don't get done with this stuff until 2 or 3, and then I'm up at 5 getting ready for the morning show because we want to give people a good show in the morning. I'm like, man, believe me, I want peace. I want whatever's gonna happen to happen, bro. I need sleep.
Yeah, fuck your curfew, bitch!
Yeah, the crowd is making the police aware of their sentiments regarding the curfew.
Our street! Whose street? Our street! Whose street? Our street! Whose street? Our street!
But this shows the righteous decisions.
Whose street? Whose street? Our street! 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 Whose street? Whose street? Our street. 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 Whose street? Our street.
Man, that's
Say
crazy.
his name.
Like I said, man, if you haven't had a chance to yet, if you're on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? And whether you're in Seattle or watching this stream anywhere in America, because accountability is accountability everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking you, please go to either my Twitter or the Converge Twitter, man, and retweet that, man. We want answers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whether you agree with Black Lives Matter or not, respected organization, and if somebody is trading in their name and negotiating with the city and the police in their name and saying what they're gonna do as far as is protesters and everything else, man, that ain't cool. I mean, it's almost like if BLM don't accept them people, what that means is that the mayor and the chief didn't meet with nobody. And so that's why we want answers. I ain't trying to go too deep in it. You know what I'm saying? Mayor Durkin, it would be great if your office could put out some kind of release as to who you met with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this as somebody who's sitting at home watching this on TV. I'm saying that as somebody who's been out here getting his ass kicked for the last 5 days. Who are these people? Because the way protests end up, a lot of time, is organized protest is based on the leaders. So, man, we need to know who's leading these protests out here. It's crazy.
Everyone's
Tweet out, please retweet it, or you can tweet Mayor Jenny Seattle and say, man, we want answers.
And it's true.
No voice, no sleep. No voice, no sleep. No voice, no sleep. No voice, no sleep. Voice, no sleep. What are you saying? What are you saying? Getting ready to arrest 100 civilians that are on the free of your own kind?
Speak up!
Man, it said Thomas Page.
They don't want to ruin the name.
I'm sorry.
So what do?
That's something unique. You saw how quick they were. You saw how quick they were. Everyone is on.
What about the other 3 cops?
It's just one side has a lot more gear. Thank you guys for keeping everyone informed in chat.
Done with this shit. That's why this
Thank you for telling me that.
nationwide right now.
So,
It ain't just happening.
man,
in
I wanna share something with you guys that a woman right next to me showed me, and man, the only reason why I'm not gonna put this guardsman's face on the stream is like, you know, I mean, most likely he'll face some kind of. But so the young lady told me that there's a guardsman over here, and they were like, you know, and there it is too. He's mouthing it. So basically, there's a guardsman over there. I'm not gonna put his face on the stream. They're saying say his name. He's over there mouthing. Yeah, and he's over there mouthing George Floyd. So you see that even the people that are keeping the line, even the people that are holding the line, feel some kind of way. Me? No, I'm 4.2 thousand in, baby. Yeah, that's 4.2 thousand. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm not moving. Wait, you gotta move somebody else. But hold on, I can bring my backpack down. No, just give me a second. You got his Cam. Cam, can you get the backpack? Can you hold the backpack? Yeah. Yeah, that's all good, family. They get funky though. I'm picking that up and moving. So yeah, so what I was saying is there's a National Guardsman over there. National Guardsman over there who's actually been mouthing, you know, say his name, George Floyd. So like I said, man, I mean, and there's a lot of officers, National Guardsmen, and everybody else, man, that are just as disgusted. man, I mean, that wasn't just a crime against a black man. That was a crime against humanity. And it's like, man, I think that it's like for anybody not to be offended by what we saw there, man, it's like it very well show a lack of humanity, because that's what we witnessed. And if people witness an absence of humanity, then of course, very well, it's like, irregardless of who you are or your profession, even being an officer, you know what I'm saying, they should be offended. They should be like, man, this is horrible. And I haven't talked to an officer yet who's been like, even off camera, who's been like, nah, the guy deserved it or anything else. It's a lot of police officers like, man, this is horrible. So, but anyways, just wanted to let you know that we did spot a National Guardsman over there. When they said, say his name, he said George Floyd. And of course, like I said, we're not going to put his face here on the stream. I don't think it serves anybody to do that. We don't know what environment they have back there in the barracks. So.
For everyone commenting, I'm not trying to ignore you. It's just my phone is sideways so we can get the best view.
Be still. That's a good guy right there, man.
See all of your comments.
Hey, what's up with Eric? Eric went to the back of the protest. I don't think we ever heard back from Eric, though.
Well, I think that's also a problem.
What's up, Bear? Yeah. It's been very interesting, like I said, thus far. We did hear a flashbang a little while ago. We did hear one flashbang that came from the south. I'd say it came directly south from us. I would propose that it was a firework. Okay, that's fantastic. That's a firework, so that's great. They said it wasn't a flashbang. We want to clear that up quickly if that was the case. You know what I'm saying? It's street level reporting over here, so it's like we check each other's Twitters and all this kind of stuff. So what they're saying, it was a firework, is what they're saying. Okay, fantastic. So, you know, we don't have any reports of flashbangs in use tonight, which is always a great thing, because we want people to be able to go home, you know what I'm saying? And going back to something I was telling you guys the last few days, with these protests, man, it's a learning curve. A lot of stuff I had to learn on the job training, man, you find out the hard way. So, you know, I'm sure they have their own name for it, but I haven't been through their training. But I would say that this is like at their resting posture right here. This posture right here, where you see a lot of officers, the sleeves are exposed, you know what I'm saying? Although they have on the helmets and a face mask, they don't have on a gas mask. And so somebody like me, when I see the officers like this, I mean, they're definitely on the job and they're definitely ready to move, but this is kind of the lowest posture that we see from, at least from the Seattle police. The next kind of posture level that we see up is when, now you see this officer right here has the plastic leggings, or the kind of the armor, right, has some of the armor on. But what we'll find is that when it might be ready to go down, they come not only with the leggings or the plastic, the armor, but also with the gas mask. And we see as soon as they show up with the gas mask, then most likely it's gonna get funky, you know. Another thing which we might be able to take as a good sign from here at the East Precinct is that we don't see the state police. And I'm telling you guys, state police got no chill, man. But the state police was here earlier, and they stay. I mean, these guys, man, they stay in like they battle gear all day. That's how the state police gets down. They just rock up with it. But the state police is no longer at least visible here in front of me. And now we're looking from the west to the east. Up Pine Street, a little bit of an angle here, but we don't see, it's not visible here. We don't see the state patrol, which again, like I said, is a good sign. All right.
what's going on in general right now.
Right.
Fuck you, pigs!
Nothing bears, nothing.
Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. We don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear.
Hey, Angie. So, but here's the thing is, in all the communications out here, they've been saying they're Black Lives Matter. I mean, it don't have to be Black Lives Matter to protest. People just want their voice heard. And so that's what I'm saying is like now, it's like, okay, well, man, what's going on? Because protest organizers, fine, but that's not Black Lives Matter. You see what I'm saying? And I mean, protests have been dope. They've actually, they've been peaceful and everything else. For sure, it's been peaceful. And so, I mean, I'm not knocking anybody's protesting skills. Well, was that a firework? I don't think that was a firework. No, we did hear it bang. Hey, firework. So, what I'm saying is that it's been communicated that it's Black Lives Matter. That's why I'm like, okay, we want some kind of answer. I've been on this 5 days. I'm not sitting at home watching TV or catching a bits and pieces. I've been out here to every single protest, and that's what I'm saying. Is like, we want answers. Remember the media, we want answers. Like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Because whatever they're saying, whoever they're saying, and what's being said up here on the front of the protest, you know what I'm saying, is it don't necessarily align, and for Black Lives Matter to put out a tweet and now put out a statement means that clearly I'm probably not the first person to say, like, okay, what's going on? You see what I'm saying? Oh, here it is. No, back up.
Can't hear it!
Where'd you look?
We can't hear him though. We can't hear the last part.
What did he say?
Anybody know what he says?
What did he say?
Not even for both of our safety, man. Put your fucking weapons down. Hope you don't hear that weapons.
I thought he said fence line. Did he say barricade? But yeah, I mean, I'm sure he meant the barricade. Now, let's see who's on the barricade.
We'll be safe. 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 We'll be safe.
Well, a few choice words coming in out here. So that's what I was saying, Angie, is that, like, man, I'm not knocking nobody's protest skills. You guys have heard me say the protests have been cool and everything else. What I'm saying, though, is that the organizers, and I'm sure I got footage because I got footage of everything, who said that they were with Black Lives Matter. And I mean, it's like, man, they didn't have to be with Black Lives Matter. They've been doing, a great job. It's been peaceful and everything. You guys have seen that. So that's why I'm saying is that, man, we want answers. Like, who's the people that you meeting with? if it's not Black Lives Matter, because Black Lives Matter has now, put out a statement, it was okay just to be like, yeah, it's organizers. But it's like on the ground here, when you talk to people who be at the protest, they're like, these are the guys that are saying they're from BLM. So, I'm not tripping either way. I be wanting people to go home. But at the same time, I think that everybody out here in the city and everybody else needs answers. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, it's messed up kind of, I guess, with Black Lives Matter because it's a movement and a brand. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to make no mountain out of no molehill or nothing like that. And I think all them guys, they're real pleasant, to be honest with you. And they've been, they've been real cool with me. I've been cool with them. They was taking me for the video and everything else. But I was just saying that, one, it seemed odd that anybody would meet with a big city mayor and not have their whole plan of action of what they want a mayor to be doing for them. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got the cities tied up. Look at hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people out here, maybe more, are tying up Pine Street. This is the time for you to be like, man, these are the 5 things we want. These are the 10 things we want. Because otherwise you can't, and I'm not saying that for me, I'm saying that for these people, the protesters that are out here. You know what I'm saying? No one organizer ain't no movement. The people are the movement. And if you represent the people who are willing to get maced out here, the people who are willing to get pepper sprayed, the people who are willing to go to jail and everything else, if you're representing them, then man, it just has to be sincere and everything. And that's all I'm saying. So, man, let's see where the smoke settles tomorrow. But I'm cool, man. Man, we got to be a guardian of the public trust, especially when the people are out here, man. The people are doing their job. If the people's job was to go ahead and protest, you know what I'm saying, and the protest puts pressure on the city to change, the people are doing their part. So now it's like, okay, what are the leaders doing? And man, one thing you know about me, people really know me, I love to learn new things. So man, I'm ready to learn, whatever is going on here is far as the protester demands that have been put on the city. And if no demands have been put on the city, then what's the end result here? Where's the end goal? Why are people protesting? People are out here saying they want some kind of change. Now, it's all kinds of different changes people want. Some people want small changes over here. Some people want big changes. And let's be honest, man, you can't give everybody all the change they want. Let's just be real. So I'm not no fool out here. But you know what I'm saying? Everybody's out here for something. So I'm going to get off that, though, for now. For all you guys that went there and tweeted and retweeted, I appreciate it. And my son just hit me. I think a lot of people follow my son too. It's similar. His is Omisal, Omisal, and mine is Omari, so Omarisal. So you know what I'm saying? He just sent me a clip from his phone. He was like, "I don't know what you're doing, Dad, but I got hella new followers." So it's Omari, like my first name, S-A-L. Omari Saul, Omarisal. Damn, we done been out here through 3 shift changes now, huh? So it looks like the National Guard, they're tapping in, they're doing a shift change over here. Black Lives Matter! Whose lives matter? Black Lives Matter! Whose lives matter? Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! We got another alert. So they sent out another alert here about the curfew. Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Yeah, you're right, Micah. Coco, there's a firework that we caught some more over here, so that's why we're saying it was a good thing. It was a firework. That's dope. The police wanted us to know that it was a firework and not a flashbang. Appreciate it. And we ended up catching it that it was a firework over here. And other people in the crowd let us know as well. And like I said, we want everybody to be able to go home safe here. Thank you, everybody who's chiming in, man. Carolyn Lee. Yeah, I mean, I've seen these guys almost every day. Saw them today. I mean, I've got so much footage of them and everything. And so, man, anyways, I said I was going to stop talking about that, but I'll chop it up with you on that, Caroline. We'll discuss it on tomorrow. But I mean, I'm not really tripping. I'm just tripping on, you know, if guys are saying they're yelling and they're not. I'm not tripping on their actions. These guys have managed the people and the process and everything, you know, they've done their thing. But I mean, we just need answers on that, man, that's all. You know, at a time like this, everybody should want full transparency. That's why guys are here on the stream. So you don't really have to take someone else's opinion, even though I got my commentary. You guys be seeing it yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's really all about. What's up, brother, man? You good? Oh, yeah, what's happening?
How do you feel about all this?
How I feel about it? Man, so I've been here since Friday when people tore up the International District. Man, it's the same thing that I've been saying. I think the issue is here is that there really needs to be able to be guys just need better relations and understanding here between the people and the establishment, man. You know what I'm saying?
How do you feel about people protesting peace, but they breed violence?
Protesting peace, but they breed violence. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? I do understand that in our society, sorry about that, I do understand in our society, I mean, there's roles. I mean, there's very few societies where there's not a police force. There's always some knucklehead somewhere or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think that the thing is here, what we see is, man, there's not enough balance, and a lot of times justice is served improportionately, you know, and that improportionality and that disproportionality, especially along socioeconomic lines, man, it comes out in all kinds of different ways. You know what I'm saying? For me, though, the big thing for me is I want people to be able to come out and say what they want to say. What they want to say. I want them to come out and say what they want to say, but I want people to go home safely. For me, that's the biggest thing. I'm just here covering a story. You know what I'm saying? And I cover a lot of stories all over the world. Here's another story I'm covering. I just want people to go home safely. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for sharing.
No problem.
So we shared, you know, we've been about standstill for about 4 plus. And we got St. Paul's back up on National Guard. And roots here downtown.
I hand the camera over to Cam here for a second.
So what does that mean for tonight with the
Okay.
National Guard?
I'll get everything. No, you take the camera. I'll get everything. Put that one hand.
So,
there you go.
I'm going to show y'all of the squad we got and the little big brother. Who did? Which one? Alright, y'all check it out. You probably got Nathan Patterson.
Nathan Patterson.
Nathan Patterson.
He deserves to be taken off the court.
Look at this little dude, got bullied in high school, now he's sitting there and protesting. Oh shit, there he is now. Here we go. I'll show you him one more time. Now remember, most of you guys are good cops. So, like I said earlier, don't let I'm trying, dude. I'm trying to get on the fire. It's been rough, yeah. To the dudes, like to the little dude who like fucking mace that little Asian girl. Don't get bullied in high school because they come like these guys. Pussy bitch, you piece of shit! Pussy bitch, you piece of shit!
I think it too. I'll be honest with you.
I already got two guys.
Shit's something more progressive. I haven't seen it.
Let me do this. I just want to tell you real quick. This is on the cam. Hey. We got an elder coming through here. All right. Thank you for your support. I'm going to my LinkedIn. Clear the path.
Don't add any more names to this list! Don't add any more names to this fucking list!
Oh, what list is that? No, we want to talk to you. Put the camera on her, Cam.
It's a list of blacks that were killed by instrumentalities.
Okay.
And they keep adding more names to this list every single day that they don't let people peacefully protest in our city. We live here.
Right.
They're here causing issues. They're here taking down people that are peacefully protesting, hurting people. There needs to be more than just stealing.
Get a real job! Fucking pigs!
Oh, y'all care about the money. Y'all don't care about us. Man, who killed someone? You stand up to him. You stand up to someone who killed an innocent man. How does that make you feel? You go home.
You go home! 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 You go home!
You're the real criminal.
You go home! You go home! You go home! You go home!
A lot of the protesters are saying that this time, the biggest thing that's different is we've got white privilege on this side. It's a joke, but it's also true. Like, we got more money, we got a lot of voice in this country as things are right now. So they want to be able to welcome any white person who wants to come out. I mean, I'm killer than a ghost, bro. I was out there yesterday, and I felt no hostility from that crowd. The only people I've ever felt any hostility from when I was out like systematic corrections, the big one that they're talking about is
and then another police chief said, no, I haven't gotten
Suck my dick! Suck my dick! SPD! 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 Suck my dick! Suck my dick!
At least give me a hint on your badge number. Does it start with a 2? Am I getting warmer? 3?
Fuck the police!
Right here, bro.
Shield down! Shield down! Shield down!
You don't
Shield
know.
down!
We've heard of the speakers. They said that they're
Shield down! Shield down! Go home! 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 Shield Just wait! Just wait, pussy! Just wait! Just wait! That's the pussy that makes me yesterday. Breonna Taylor! 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 Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Bye, Mr. Patterson! Try not to kill anybody else, Nathan Patterson!
All right, so here's what we're gonna do.
Yep.
Is we're gonna take a step back here from the front line. I'm gonna put my bag on here.
Yep.
Welcome to the show! Hands up, motherfucker! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
I'll let you get your bag.
Don't shoot!
So we got the young guy here.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Alright, so had Cam over there keeping you guys on the stream here. So again, like I said, wanted to call out one of the changes here and the tactics that Seattle Police has employed today, you know what I'm saying, which is a very much of an improvement, as we see, as the SPD looks at this point to be 6 feet back from their barricade, which also allows the protesters to be at the barricade, because now people aren't together. The police are taking, you know, a big step back, and we see this. Right?
George Floyd! 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 George Floyd!
I know that.
George Floyd! 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 Speak up! George Floyd! George Floyd!
Where is this? This is downtown Seattle.
George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd!
Scanner confirms lighting fireworks at least one minute. Scanner confirms fireworks. Thank you guys.
He just came by this dude right here. He started listening.
It's pretty difficult to get around.
And it was a nigga.
It's good.
Yeah.
George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd!
I'm not sure what that police officer handed the protesters, regardless of their control.
Hell yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying. There was a chat about movement, but shifts changes perspective. And thank you guys so much.
Being a human!
It's all good stuff here on Capitol Hill. Set the scene for you guys. This is right here on the western barricade outside of the East Precinct here in Seattle, Washington. People familiar with Seattle, this is Capitol Hill. It's the Capitol Hill area. It's 11th and Pond. Seattle Police looks like they've just made another shift change. We got a new set of officers and a new set of National Guardsmen. And you got protesters here, pretty committed.
What are you smiling, man? What are you smiling about? You're evil.
Love this shit.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny. Where's your fucking badge number?
You think it's funny? Take your vest off.
So now, what we talk about,
Do something!
what we talk about, he's not smiling anymore. But remember when I've been talking about this conversation about posture, the posture of the protesters and the posture of the police. This officer is no longer smiling, but, you know, I mean, him out here grinning and smiling at the protesters clearly agitated the protesters, and that's why you heard them saying, well, you know, why this is funny to you and everything else. I mean, posture and presence is important in a high pressure and intense situation. It just is. You know what I'm saying? It is.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought.
Got the camera on him now. He's not smiling anymore. It's legitimate, you know what I'm saying? Peaceful. Been out here for hours at this point. It's 7 hours right now. Say 6 hours. So.
Black Lives Matter! 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 Black Lives Matter!
Or even better yet,
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Man, this is wild. So here's what we're gonna do here. Is we're gonna push back and we're gonna go to another area up here. And so what that means is that we're actually gonna probably end the stream here for a second. We've been on our feet for a minute, but I wanna put some info in here first. Best thing is it's really been, you know, what it's supposed to be. A lot of you guys over the last 3 hours, at least on this stream, you guys have seen a lot of passionate people, you know what I'm saying, who had stuff to say. You had other people like the elder lady that was standing next to me, you know, we're popping it the whole time. And she was like, man, she said she just came to listen. You know what I'm saying? We saw people who said that they were victims of police violence, you know, either directly or murder, things like that. And we've got people who have never had any issue with the police, but they figured that this is the platform for them to you know, at least be heard, which is important. Hey, what's up, Mom? Man, Mom, I'm gonna bring you this iPad tomorrow, so you're gonna be checking me out. You're the only person that can call and get the play-by-play. That's because you Mom. I only cursed one time today in the stream, but it was really good. I think the awareness, you know, around the people who've been watching this stream and other places with the issue with the barricade, because that's what we talked about today, and last night was the barricade. Because, you know, the police feel a sense of anxiety when people are close to the barricade. So what they did today is the police actually took 6 steps back from the barricade. So the people are at the barricade because that's why the barricade is there. You're supposed to go up to the barricade. At least most people assume that. And the police took 6 feet back. If they were in that posture yesterday, and if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. But if they were in that posture yesterday, that umbrella would have been feet away from the officer. You see what I'm saying? Their posture here today, Seattle PD's posture. So that's what I'm saying. Tactics really can change overnight. You know what I'm saying? Which is a great thing. And you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it might take, you know, I mean, I'm sure nobody, the protesters and the police, didn't want to repeat it yesterday. And it was much easier to have 50 officers take 6 steps back than it is 500 or 1,000 protesters to take 6 steps back. So, you know what I'm saying? I think this is just smart tactics, you know what I'm saying, around smart policing. But let me hop, Mom. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to pop it up. But I'm fine. No gas, no flashbangs. Everything is solid, okay? All right. Love you, Mom. I'll call you when I get home. All right. Eric said he love you too, Mom. Bye-bye.
What up, huh? Hey.
Oh, wow. What is this?
One of them was...
Well, I'm not even going to ask you where you got that.
Actually, somebody saw my stream and came and gave it to me.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
they're like...
Oh, that's always...
That's how we treat them. We buy way out of jail, but we can't buy freedom. Sorry. That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
All right, so like I said, we're going to push back from this position. We're going to go out to Broadway, which is a bit further back. So here's what I'm saying is that We're on we're trying to step up our technology here every day. But you guys follow. This is Twitter and Instagram, but definitely if you're on Twitter, follow us there because now before every time we go live, we're gonna make sure and tweet as well because sometimes Facebook doesn't give you an alert. You know what I'm saying? That's my personal Twitter and Instagram, and that is Converge personal Twitter and Instagram. We're gonna take a step back right now. Like I said, it's gonna take us a minute here to reposition over to Broadway, but I want to thank everybody. You know what I'm saying? Who's jumped in on this live. Man, you know, please tell a friend about what we're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Put a friend up on game, man. We're just trying to bring you something here. You know, I mean, street level, you guys see it yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you're able to make a lot of these conclusions and everything else. So I just want to tell everybody, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. Appreciate all the love. And yeah, and when we pop back live up here later on tonight, you know what I'm saying? I'll catch up with you then. Peace.
Sourcing from someone I trust right now. Thank you for the thoughts, though. There's a lot of troll accounts and bot accounts on Twitter right now trying to say that gas is being used, and as you can see, there is no gas. What's the point saying gas is being used to try and escalate people who might not be as far ahead as running those bots, and why? It's all for escalation. Because if anything escalates on any, like, if it seems like things are escalating, it could make the other side do something, and if nothing is escalating but someone decides to act, then that starts something. Protesters need to weed out troublemakers. That's what this crowd's been doing. We've been seeing a lot of people who started to get rowdy just get instantly pulled out. Yeah, that's how they shift change.
They're dispersing.
One guy out of 4 got arrested, yes. You have a good night, man. Scanning some static, but sounds like they're tracking a group of Antifa near you. Can I get some confirmation on that? Why are there dislikes? I don't know. People dislike for multiple reasons. Personal belief, the fact that some of my shit is spelled wrong, choppy stream, who knows, man. If you guys are having stream issues, refresh stream. Scanner chatter, please still reporting crowds are
Not
peaceful.
sure what's
Good.
happening right here. Someone appears to have fainted. They're getting him out of the area safely.
We're getting reports that someone collapsed and was helped by medical. Thank you for coming out, Haley.
Dude, this ain't free protest. This is getting amplified their voices.
This is live, yes. Hey, 420 watchers, nice. Military trained to de-escalate, that is a good joke. Yeah, so what's going on, and it's been reported to happen a lot, is YouTube will make it look like the stream ended. You just have to refresh. It's called getting blacklisted. Cops are out there fucking up the Me Too. Yo, cops don't fucking care who you are out here, bro. If you're out here and you're against them, they don't fucking care. What does ACAB mean? All cops are bastards is what it stands for. What it means is something different, though. It's not saying the cops themselves are the bad people, but the system that the cops represent are. I let them know. Thank you for filling me in on what the best exit route is, Curious.
Can you confirm that for me, partner? Don't go left. So, not to my immediate right, but one back. What happened out on the left? Did they start with the barricade?
It's hard to get an exact sight on what's going on, but it looks like Alright, you guys heard it. You guys heard it here. My guy down on the street is getting tired. To ensure that they get out safely, I'm gonna make their volume down a little bit so I can get this info out and you guys can hear it easily. So, my guy down at the street, he's getting a little tired. To ensure that he's going to be able to get out safe and there is no issue with him getting out. At 11 o'clock, he's going to be looking to get out and cut off the stream. At that point, if nothing goes down at 11, if nothing stays the same, if things are still going, we'll get it up. I will send links to stream. Will still be up at that time, but we are looking to end it a little bit just to make sure that they don't get hurt. But I do want to say thank you guys for tuning in. I don't know how long ago I started this stream. I know it's been on for a long time. So thank you guys for tuning in and sharing it and getting it out there. Especially to whoever, like I said, put it on, got it on rope. Like, thank you guys. Thank you. Like I said, hopefully this stream will all go onto YouTube and it should be clean. I was recording on OBS as well. I don't know how much OBS picked up, especially because OBS is fun sometimes and likes to cut off recordings. But whatever I have on OBS, I will be putting up on YouTube. It'll be a little bit of a nicer quality. It won't be as choppy, but it won't be much. Yeah, look, I know. I had a lot of spelling errors. I had to spring into action, get this up quick, because when my friend got down, the protest was already going on. Tell you guys, the street doing the Lord's work, I'll let him know. Thank all of you. And the biggest thanks I can give is, like I said, you guys kept chat nice. You guys didn't come out. You guys weren't spreading hate speech. You were inciting actual conversation and debate in the chat. And for that, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna cut the stream whenever they finalize the cut. Whenever they actually just cut off their view. That's when my stream will end. But for as right now, we're keeping it up. This channel didn't get taken down, but This channel didn't get taken down today. This one didn't get reached, but I am gonna be streaming on different sites. However, I'm gonna be using the same methods to get this stream going up. Saw competent but considerable increase in cops on 12th. Did any of the protesters leave due to it being late? I don't think so. How can I find the stream to, hold on one sec. How can you find the stream? It'll be really easy. We'll be using #live. How can you guys find the next stream? It's gonna be the same way to find any stream on YouTube. I'm gonna let me bring this down a little bit. To make sure that you guys can find the stream, all you guys have to do is just look up, Seattle protests. I'm gonna be using #live, and what that does is if you guys go on YouTube and click the filter button and hit live, it'll show you anything that is streaming, using live on YouTube. And by doing that, you will be able to find the stream. I don't know what the channel is going to be called. I have a lot of burner ones set up, but it will be up there. I will have some footage up tomorrow. Hey, curious, are we still looking at right side being the best method of getting out of there? I think you'll find it pretty quick, didn't you? Yeah. Can you see the streamer sniping? This isn't a stream snipe, this is a Discord call.
Sorry about all the moving. I'm trying to readjust.
Are you able to tag your stream? You gotta filter by live. I'm gonna have #live in the name, which should make it easier to find by filtering it, but you can't tag streams for some reason. I could put it in the description, that's the best thing. Looks like right is the best shot. Don't go through the park. Thank you everybody who's been helping along, get information between me and my partner, and getting information to me directly just about other things that's going on. Don't go through downtown or through the park. Lost eyes on 12. Lost place in that direction. I'm gonna start once again. This is woke. You guys are gonna want to look up woke on Twitch if you guys want to continue to watch Seattle tonight. That is where more information is going to be. It's where more streams are going to be shown through. Just because this stream's going down doesn't mean that, we can't get this information out there. Don't go to Westlake at all. It is most likely a trap. Lots of cops and no one else. Thank you guys for letting us know. were saying one of the leaders yesterday led people into the trap and then she disappeared. I don't. From what I saw, what we did was we split up into a group of 3. The trap and then she disappeared. I don't. From what I saw, what we did was we split up into a group of 3. And then we all went to different spots. If someone ended up getting trapped, it was most likely just heavy police enforcement in the area they're trying to get to.